एक गणपति एक ईसा, दोनों ने आदि माँ को ध्याया, अंतर क्या दोनों की शक्ति में बोलो, अंतर क्या दोनों की शक्ति में बोलो। एक गौरी के दुलारे, एक राधा जी के प्यारे, एक गणपति एक ईसा, दोनों ने आदि माँ को ध्याया, अंतर क्या दोनों की शक्ति में बोलो, अंतर क्या दोनों की शक्ति में बोलो। एक गौरी के दुलारे, एक राधा जी के प्यारे, एक गौरी के दुलारे, एक राधा जी के प्यारे, एक गणपति एक ईसा, दोनों ने आदि माँ को ध्याया, अंतर क्या दोनों की शक्ति में बोलो, अंतर क्या दोनों की शक्ति में बोलो। एक गौरी के दुलारे, एक राधा जी के प्यारे, एक गौरी के दुलारे, एक राधा जी के प्यारे। गणपति तो है मूलाधारी, ईसा है विश्वाधारी। गणपति तो है मूलाधारी, ईसा है विश्वाधारी। गणेश अबोधिता की है सूरत, गणेश अबोधिता की है सूरत, ईसा क्षमा की मूरत। एक बालक एक राजा, दोनों ने अहंकार को त्यागा, अंतर क्या दोनों की कीर्ति में बोलो, अंतर क्या दोनों की कीर्ति में बोलो। एक जागृति दिलाए, एक पार कराए, एक जागृति दिलाए, एक पार कराए। एक गौरी के दुलारे, एक राधा जी के प्यारे, एक गौरी के दुलारे, एक राधा जी के प्यारे। नरक के द्वार खड़े लंबोदर, नरक के द्वार खड़े लंबोदर, मैया राय दिखाए। नरक के द्वार खड़े लंबोदर, मैया राय दिखाए। स्वर्ग का द्वार बने खुद ईसा, स्वर्ग का द्वार बने खुद ईसा, निर्मल हमको बनाए। एक शासक एक तारक, दोनों ही निर्मला माँ के बालक। अंतर क्या दोनों की तृप्ति में बोलो, अंतर क्या दोनों की तृप्ति में बोलो। एक नर्क छुड़ाए एक स्वर्ग दिलाए, एक नर्क छुड़ाए एक स्वर्ग दिलाए। एक गौरी के दुलारे एक राधा जी के प्यारे, एक गौरी के दुलारे एक राधा जी के प्यारे। गणपति ने अवतार लिया एक, गणपति ने अवतार लिया एक, ईसा में खुद को समाया। गणपति ने अवतार लिया एक, ईसा में खुद को समाया। सागम पद पधम परे मग घर सनि रे गम गम पम पद पद सनि सरे गणपति ने अवतार लिया एक, ईसा में खुद को समाया। स्वर्ग का मार्ग सहज दर्शाए, स्वर्ग का मार्ग सहज दर्शाया। पुनरुत्थान दिलाया, एक आदि एक अंती, दोनों में ओम की शक्ति। अंतर क्या दोनों की भक्ति में बोलो, अंतर क्या दोनों की भक्ति में बोलो। एक मातृ पुजारी एक पितृ पुजारी, एक मातृ पुजारी एक पितृ पुजारी। एक गौरी के दुलारे एक राधा जी के प्यारे, एक गौरी के दुलारे एक राधा जी के प्यारे। एक गणपति एक ईसा, दोनों ने आदि माँ को ध्याया। अंतर क्या दोनों की शक्ति में बोलो, अंतर क्या दोनों की शक्ति में बोलो। एक गौरी के दुलारे एक राधा जी के प्यारे, एक गौरी के दुलारे एक राधा जी के प्यारे, एक गौरी के दुलारे एक राधा जी के प्यारे।
हे महिषासुर मर्दिनी माता जगदम्बे, हे महिषासुर मर्दिनी माता जगदम्बे, हे मधुकैटव नाशिनी माता जगदम्बे। जय जगदम्बे जय जगदम्बे जय जगदम्बे, जय जगदम्बे 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 हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि माता जगदम्बे हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि माता जगदम्बे हे मधुकैटवनाशिनि माता जगदम्बे जय 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 जगदम्बे असत्यमर्दिनि मां ज्ञाननाशिनि मां असत्यमर्दिनि मां ज्ञाननाशिनि मां हे परमेश्वरि ज्ञानप्रदायिनि सहयोग स्थापिनि मां हे जन्मदायिनि मां हे परमेश्वरि ज्ञानप्रदायिनि सहयोग स्थापिनि मां हे जन्मदायिनी मां निद्रा तमसिनि नंदिनि माता जगदम्बे भोगवती अमोघा चामुंडा जगदम्बे विलासिनी सुखदा निष्कामा जगदम्बे जय 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 जगदम्बे महाकाली शांता कामस्वरूपा महाकाली शांता कामस्वरूपा पद्मालया सदा पूजा पूर्णा पद्मालया सदा पूजा पूर्णा उग्रप्रभा सर्वमङ्गला मां जगदम्बे वज्रकङ्काली रक्तप्रिया जगदम्बे योगिनी परमानन्दरूपिणी जगदम्बे जय 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 जगदम्बे जगदम्बे जय जगदम्बे जय जगदम्बे जय जगदम्बे जय जगदम्बे
Jai Shri Mataji, respected brothers and sisters from the global Sahaj family. Salam sejahtera dari Malaysia. Warm greetings from Malaysia. Let us now bow, welcome Shri Mataji into our hearts with utmost love and respect. for our Divine Mother, Mother of the Universe, the Supreme Goddess, Sakshat Shri Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi, Namo Namaha. For the divinity within us, for our fellow Sahaj family, for ourselves, and mankind in general. Now, with our hands folded and with complete reverence, we will pray to our Holy Mother, Param Puja Shri Mataji. We, your children, from across the world, humbly seek your permission, blessings, guidance, and protection to have this global online meditation. Shri Mataji, it is only by your divine grace and blessings we are able to gather every week to worship your holy lotus feet collectively. We sincerely thank you, Shri Mataji, for this wonderful opportunity. Shri Mataji, verily you are the doer and the enjoyer, and we, your children, do nothing at all. Our only desire, Shri Mataji, is to please you, to be completely surrendered at your holy lotus feet, always, so that we are able to ascend in our spirituality, to be your humble instrument, to spread Sahaja Yoga and Vishwa Nirmala Dharma to every nook and corner of this world. Shri Mataji, our humble salutations to you, to your holy lotus feet, again and again, from all your children. Today, brothers and sisters, we are indeed blessed to have another dynamic yogi, Brother Neville Kutarji from Mumbai, Maharashtra, India. Brother Neville Ji is also the center coordinator for the D.N. Nagar Center in Andheri West. Brother Neville is blessed to have the opportunity to travel to different parts of the world. And during his trips, he makes sure that he gets himself involved in the self-realization programs. He's also fortunate to have his entire family practicing Sahaja Yoga. Let's put our hands together to welcome our dear brother, Neville Ji, to lead the meditation and later on share his experiences in Sahaja Yoga. Over to you, Brother Ji. Jai Shri Mataji. Brother, we are not able to hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, better.
So thank you, Sister Mahesh, for giving me this.
You have to thank Shri Mataji, brother.
To lead the Tuesday Global Meditation. And thank you to Shri Mataji for this wonderful opportunity to connect with everybody. So first of all, let us calm down and take a few breaths. Let us all sit in a comfortable position, leaving behind all the events of the day, the tiredness, the thoughts, and now putting our hands to Shri Mataji. Let us feel the vibrations as we focus on her bindi on the forehead. With complete reverence, let us now collectively bow down to Shri Mataji, raise the Kundalini, and take the Bandhan. We now recite the three Maha Mantras, followed by the Ganesh Mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Trigunathmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Khalki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Khalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrar Swamini Moksha Pradayani Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. We take the Ganesh Mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesh Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Placing both our hands on the Mother Earth, let us request, O Mother Earth, please be kind and remove all that is gross from our attention, from our nadis, our chakras, and our entire physical being. Mother, please take away all the obstacles that hinder the path of our ascent. And please forgive us for all the mistakes we have committed against you. Let us take the mantra, Shri Adi Bhumi Devi Mata Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adi Bhumi Devi Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Let us feel the calmness as the mother takes away all our tensions, our worries, and our distractions. And in our hearts, let us thank Mother Earth for this wonderful connection and this cleansing process. Let us bring our attention to the bottom of the spine. That's where we have the Muladhara Chakra, whose deity is Lord Ganesha. O Lord Ganesha, salutations to you, namaskars to you. May the light emitted by you clean our attention, removing all the negativity and all the impurities. O Lord Ganesha, please bless us with spontaneity. Please take us on the right path. And please endow upon us your good virtues of innocence, purity, wisdom, strength, and auspiciousness. Shri Ganesha, please cleanse our Muladhara Chakra. We collectively take the mantra, Shri Ganesh Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesh Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namah. Let us bring both our hands on the lap, pointing towards Shri Mataji's photo. Let us put the left hand on our liver. That is at the right Nabhi chakra. Let us put our attention on this chakra. Let us pray to Shri Mataji. Shri Mataji, please calm down our attention. Let it not drift to the left or to the right. Shri Mataji, please take away all these tensions which we bring upon us, that we have to do all these duties and that we have all these responsibilities. Shri Mataji, verily you run everything. In this universe, you run everything. We do nothing, Shri Mataji. Let us take the affirmations on the right Nabhi chakra. Shri Mataji, Verily, you are the royal dignity in me. You verily solve all the money and family problems, and verily take care of our well-being. Shri Mataji, please cool down our liver and also our right Swadhisthana, taking away this excessive heat generated by our thinking and planning. Let us take the mantra Shri Raj Lakshmi Sakshat, Shri Shesha Lakshmana Sakshat, Shri Nirmal Chitta Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Raj Lakshmi Sakshat Shri Shesha Lakshmana Sakshat Shri Nirmal Chitta Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Now let us put our left hand back on the lap and put the right hand on the left heart. In the left heart resides our spirit, which is what we truly are, the eternal self that cannot die, that cannot be destroyed. We pray to Shri Mataji, "O Mother, please enlighten my spirit. Please make all other identifications with the ego, with the conditionings, the thoughts and emotions recede away from us. Please make my spirit the source of absolute truth and absolute joy, the ocean of love and compassion. Please remove all attachments and the possessiveness within us, Shri Mataji. Let us take the affirmations to the left heart. Shri Mataji, by your grace, I am the spirit. Shri Mataji, by your grace, please forgive me for any mistakes made against my spirit. Shri Mataji, by your grace, I am the instrument of Mother's love. Let us collectively recite the mantras Shri Shiv Parvati Sakshat, Shri Atma Paramatma Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Shiv Parvati Sakshat Shri Atma Paramatma Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Let us slowly take our right hand to the forehead. Let us press our forehead with the fingers and the base of the palm. Let us tilt our head a bit. And let us pray. Oh Mother, I forgive everybody. I forgive everybody. I forgive everybody. I forgive my thoughts. I forgive my reactions. Mother, let pure love and compassion kill my ego. Mother, let the pure knowledge enlighten my consciousness and weed out all these conditionings that I have. Mother, please open the gates of the Agya Chakra to let the Kundalini enter the realm of the Sahasrara. Here, let us recite the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thine will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us the trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not unto temptation, but deliver us from all evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Let us collectively recite the mantra, Shri Jesus Mary Mata Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Jesus Mary Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Let us gently move our right hand onto the Sahasrara. Let our attention also settle on the Sahasrara. Let us pull our fingers, tighten our fingers and the palm, and let us massage the fontanelle bone 7 times slowly in the clockwise direction, and thank Shri Mataji. Shri Mataji, thank you for our self-realization. Shri Mataji, thank you for considering us to be Sahaja Yogis. Shri Mataji, thank you for sustaining us in Sahaja Yoga. Let us now recite the third Maha Mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Khalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrar Swamini Moksha Pradayani Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Let us feel the peace. Let us enjoy the balance. In this thoughtless state of mind and consciousness, let us bring our right hand on our lap, keeping our attention on the Sahasrara. Let us meditate for a few minutes. Jai Shri Mataji. Let us now listen to a speech given by Shri Mataji in a public program, 4th of June, 1985.
Yesterday I told you how self is more important than anything else at the present state of human awareness. When you are at the human awareness, first thing that should happen to you is to feel yourself. As Sri Krishna has said, Atmane Atmane Tushtaha. Unless and until you reach your Atma, your spirit, you are not going to get the satisfaction of achieving anything. Because Kundalini, which you see here, seated in the triangular bone, which we call as the sacrum, that means Greek knew about it. Greek knew about the sacrum bone. Otherwise they would not have called it as sacrum, means sacred. Even when I went to Athens, I was surprised that Athena, the word Atha, comes from Sanskrit, means primordial. And she had a snake-like thing in her hand with all the chakras. So the Greeks knew about it. And when I talked to them, they told me that it is a fact that Indians came much before Alexander. We had rapport with Indians much before Alexander. And they told us about the primordial mother and her three powers. It is very amazing how they knew all about it. And then it all got lost because of the extroversion moving out from reality. So this bone, sacrum bone, contains, or here resides the Kundalini in 3.5 coil. This is the power of our pure desire. The pure desire is the desire when it is manifested should give you full satisfaction. For example, some people seek it in power. They indulge in power, some seek it in possession, some seek it in other things. But all these seekings do not give them satisfaction. If they could give satisfaction, then there would have been no problem. Because once you buy a car, then you want to buy something else, and then you want to buy something else. You start moving from one to another, and as economics says that in particular a want is satiable, but not in general. So we have to understand that the wants that we have, the desires we have, are not pure desires, but are impure desires. And when we deal with them, we never get that satisfaction. For example, somebody wants to do something. He does it, but he doesn't get any satisfaction out of it. The only way you can get satisfaction is that you become one with the divine. And this power of desire, which is a pure desire, is residing in each and everybody's triangular bone. But we are lost. We are seeking our pleasures, our joys into wrong things. We think that by doing this or by doing that, by buying this or becoming that, we'll be completely, fully satisfied, which we ultimately discover. In an evolutionary state, such people, when they discover that the joy is not in all these things, there is no happiness in this kind of thing. We have to go beyond this. Once they discover this, then they become a special category of people. And these special category of people are the seekers. Of course, today I find so many seekers are lost. Especially in America, they are lost in various ways. We would say in all the cults, or in all other things like drugs or homosexuality or whatever you may call it. They are lost into these, into violence. Many are indulging into violence or doing all kinds of things which are not for their ascent but are degrading and will take them down, not to their seeking but to their hell. But it is happening today. You can see it very clearly. It is happening because human beings do not understand that human awareness is a transitory phase. You have to go beyond it. And that beyond stage, the stage we have to reach, is the stage of yourself. To begin with, you have to become, first of all, self-realized, meaning you are to be born again. And to be born again, you have to allow the Kundalini to work it out. So, what do we do? As people said, I told you yesterday, it is effortless, it is without any money. It just happens spontaneously. Now it happens that an enlightened light can enlighten another light. In the same way, I may be able to enlighten you, but you can enlighten many others. Like in India, we have someone who has enlightened 10,000 people and has done so much good to people that it is amazing. Even there are people like the President of India, we can say the President of the High Court, Judge of the Hague High Court, which is the World High Court, the President of that, he's got his realization and he's a Sahaja. So we have people of that caliber who are Sahajogis and who have felt the vibrations, who have become self-realized. But they are very humble people, extremely humble people. Indians are basically humble and they know who is a saint and who is not a saint. They are so sensitive that they know who is a saint, who is not a saint. But in the West, as we have now lost our power to feel the saintliness in a person, we do not know who is a saint, who is not a saint. So the first thing that has to happen to you to understand who is a saint, who is not a saint, is first to get your realization. Without the spirit expressing itself into your awareness, into your attention, you cannot make out who is a saint or who is not a saint. Like they crucified Christ for no reason at all, and they worshipped Hitler. The Jews, they refused to accept Christ. They refused. They said, no, we don't accept Christ, because Christ said that I am dying for your sins. They said, no, we don't believe in that, we must suffer. So they suffered. They had sufferings. If you ask for suffering, you will have sufferings. But if they had accepted Christ, at least one thing would have happened, they would not have suffered. They asked for sufferings. They thought, unless and until we suffer, we cannot go to God. This was a very wrong idea, because Christ himself was a Jew. Himself, he took birth among the Jews. And for the Jews he came to save. But they are the ones who refused to accept him. Because they were blinded. They didn't want to see the point. In the same way, it has happened in every century. Any time any incarnation came, people did not want to accept. Not in India. I would say Indians are much more sensitive to spirituality because they are not so materialistic. They understand, because we have been for ages seeking and seeking from traditionally, so we know what is seeking is, what it means. For me, it's not difficult to talk to them about Kundalini. There I start on a different level altogether, because they know everything, whatever I'm talking, they know already what it is. Maybe not in the cities where the people are westernized, but they know. But for other people, I have to start it from A to Z. So this is the Kundalini we have got in 3.5 coils, and it has a mathematical calculation. Now, it's only Indians and the Buddhists, from Indians, I would say, believed in the non-being. They believe there's a non-being, being and non-being. What is that state of non-being? When you become the non-being, means when you go beyond your conditioning and ego, then you become the non-being. And once you become the non-being, then nothing can touch you. As I told you yesterday, who are standing in the water have fear of getting drowned in the water. But if you go to the boat, then you start seeing that the water is down below, it is not going to touch you. That state has to be achieved, is a non-being, is the fourth dimension within us. This is called also in Sanskrit as Turiya Dasha. Now you might say, why in India these people discovered all that? See now, the reason is India is a very ancient country. And there we didn't have these problems that you had to face when you came to America. You had to face the nature to begin with. Our nature is very kind. We can live under a tree, eat the fruits of the forest, and can enjoy ourselves. We don't need much in that country to cover ourselves or to have any elaboration. So the attention has been always inside to find out why are we here, what are we doing here, are we wasting our life, are we doing any harm to ourselves or to others, is it all right to exist as human beings, or is there anything beyond? This search has been there for thousands and thousands of years, and because of this seeking, they have been able to reach right conclusions that there is this Kundalini within us, and this Kundalini is to be awakened. And if she is awakened, then you can become self very easily. And this was the job I had to do. For that, I had to work very hard for days together to understand what was the problem with human beings, the permutations and combinations of problems that they have. And somehow I managed it. I think now our mass realization is possible. Yesterday, despite some people being mischievous, you did get realization. This is God's work. And God's work will go on. Whether some people come and trouble you makes no difference. They are just like mosquitoes. They come and go away. Has no meaning at all. Because you see, God's work is much greater than what they think of themselves. So it doesn't matter what happens or what people say or talk. The God's work will go on. But you must know it's a living work. It is not a plastic thing. You can produce thousands of plastic flowers very easily, but you cannot produce one single living flower. So when this living force has to act, it takes time. And it will take time, gradually it will grow, and you will be surprised that gradually it grows so beautifully that suddenly you find lots of people coming up and becoming. Because in Sahaja Yoga, what you become is important. It's the actualization. It is not some certificate or some organization that you belong to some organization or there is some certificate. But it is what you become. Your becoming is important. If you cannot become something, then you are no good in Sahaja Yoga. Many people who come to us, we find they improve a lot and they become very great also. But some people do not. They just waste it. Energy is all wasted. Whatever you may try, they do not. Sometimes they are so conditioned that we cannot improve them. There we feel helpless about them because they do not want to cooperate also. And also they have many pressures on them. But 90% people go up very well and they manifest whatever they have achieved. Now the main thing is to understand that this mechanism exists within us. This energy exists within us. Now this is like a hypothesis for you. We need not accept it. It's an hypothesis, as one would put to a scientist. But scientists must have an open mind. They shouldn't have a closed mind. If they have a barrier, you cannot put anything before them. If they are scientists, they will have an open mind to listen to my hypothesis. And if it could be proved, then to accept it. If it is doesn't prove, then you can say that, all right, that's not proved so far, all right. So you have to wait and have patience with it. This is what it is in simple words, that it cannot be forced on. It cannot be humble before. You have to ask for it. Nobody can force you that you can become. I cannot guarantee, yesterday I said, it's a fact. But still so many people got their realization, felt the cool breeze and felt the cool breeze out of their head. This you cannot do otherwise. All other things you can do, but this you cannot do, is to take out cool breeze out of your head, which is a factual thing and experience. But as I told you, that we live mentally much more than we live with reality. And mental projections can be anything, like a person who murders someone. He has justification, I murdered someone because of this and this. But that justification does not allow you to get out of law, does it? No. You will be caught in the law. You cannot do it. Whatever is wrong, you are not supposed to do it. But that is human law. In the same way there is God's laws. And if we go against God's laws, then what happens? That we are punished. Now today I am going to tell you about other awareness that one can have, that one should know about. I am talking about the super consciousness which is on top of our head. But when the attention moves to the left side too much or to the right side too much, then also there could be a very, very big problem. And the big problem can come because we are not knowledgeable about it. We do not know. What is unknown need not be divine, not at all. Now when you start, say, becoming extremely submissive, slavish, or you start following something very blindly, you start becoming fanatic about it, just without thinking what you are doing is not right or wrong. You just follow something like that. We call it the left side movement of the attention starts, where you start subduing yourself to something, subjecting yourself to something. Accept the slavery of some ideas. Accept the conditioning of some sort of theories. Now once you start accepting such theories, mentally the attention starts moving towards the left side. And also some people have a capacity to possess you like that. They can possess you and can do like that, that you lose all your freedom and you become that kind of a person. Then at that time what happens, that you start moving from your conscious mind to the subconscious mind and then to the collective subconscious. If you move to the collective subconscious, then what happens to you? If you move to the collective subconscious, then a person becomes possessed. This possession comes to you through what we call the protein 52 or protein 58 in medical terminology. They say that if a person is vulnerable to cancer, it is triggered by the presence or entrance of protein 52 or protein 58. These are the names the doctors are given, which trigger the disease. And once that happens, then a person cannot get out of cancer, because then the triggering starts and he starts getting from bad to worse. This 52 and 58, where do you find it? According to doctors, you find 52 and 58 in the area which is built within us since our creation. This area is placed within us. On the left hand side, as you see, somebody can come and show. On the left hand side, this area is placed. And this area, one enters very easily. Say you go on taking somebody's name. Nowadays it's a fashion to give you a mantra. Now start getting the mantras, going saying mantras. Now what happens? That you are not connected with the divine. And you start taking the name of some XYZ. So you are not connected and you are just pressing hard your mind to get connected, but it cannot, because the Kundalini has not arisen. So you move to the left side and there you get caught up. And that's why you know in the cult people are so much mesmerized. In every cult people get mesmerized because they move to the left for the domination of these gurus and things, because they want to make money out of them, and then they cannot think of anything else. They just think this is the right thing. I was amazed at some of the cults. The gurus don't know even Sanskrit. Some of them have come out of the jail and they have become gurus. And they have given mantras which are so funny that somebody has been given mantra of Inga. There's no word like Inga except for this word in a colloquial way is called Inga, when a spider or something, you can say a scorpion, has got the sting, that is called as Inga. And this scorpion, when this scorpion hits it to a person, is called as the Inga, means that biting. Now, that's the mantra given to many people. I was shocked. And was told not to tell anyone about it. So if you tell to anyone, he'll just start laughing and roaring with laughter. Another mantra I heard was Tinga, meaning when you show somebody like this is Tinga, in colloquial word, not in Sanskrit language. There is nothing like a jir and ing in Sanskrit language. It has no meaning. And everything is meaningful in Sanskrit. Even every syllable is meaningful. So such people have come over and have become great gurus, and they give you names, maybe the names of some proteins which exist and which enter into you, and you get possessed. So this left side movement is a very common thing, and once you get to this left side movement, you cannot get out of it. It's very difficult. So the people who have been to such people or to such enticement show immediately when they come to us for realization, and that we don't know how to deal with them. Because if you tell them you forget your guru, they don't like it. They go on contortions, their bodies start getting into contortions. They feel terrible, they cannot sit quiet, they cannot move out. But if you tell them that this was wrong, they don't want to accept, because they are still carrying on with that idea and they don't want to believe that whatever they were carrying on was wrong, that they have to ascend. Even when they ascend, they take time. This is one very big problem we face. But as a result of the left side movement, you get most of the incurable diseases. For example, your AIDS disease that has come is because of the combination of the left side Muladhara center and heart. That's the one. Of course, it has to have Swadhisthana with it, left Swadhisthana is due to that. If somebody could cure these three centers of that person can be cured. Sclerosis comes from the same. If somebody is suffering from multiple sclerosis, same problem. It comes Muladhara chakra, void, and also sometimes the right heart, sclerosis. Most of the muscular troubles go like that. Then we have got cancer. Cancer could be due to any chakra which is on the left hand side. Must be the combination of two chakras on the left hand side, depending on where the trouble is. But when the cancer trouble comes into the center, then it starts ascending, then it starts moving, and you get galloping cancer. You can start going from one to another end, and it can finish off a person. That's how you can just be finished with the galloping cancer. Now, when somebody is vulnerable, like I would say a person who is a very, very active person, who is very much under shock all the time, is very, very active and hectic. Supposing he is getting up in the morning, reading newspaper, and getting up into his bath, and then getting ready somehow or other, and getting into his car, and then going out, and in a very hectic manner he lives under shock because he is reading horrible news, then he is seeing a big jam on the street, all these things are happening. He is so full of anxieties. Such a person is vulnerable to another thing called blood cancer. But for that also, the left arm, this center, is attacked. If left navi is attacked under these circumstances, such a person can get blood cancer. Supposing a mother is like that, she is a very hectic person and she is trying to sort of do many things at the same time, and she is of that nature, then also the child can pick up from her. If a mother is a very extreme type of a person or has gone through shocks like that, I have seen people who have gone through wars and have come out of problems, their children also are very prone to troubles of the brain, and they also get it because of the left side movement. But as you go upward, as the chakras come upward on the left hand side, say the left aga is caught up and left swadhisthana is caught up, that means a person is completely possessed. But with that, if the heart chakra is caught up, or with that, if the Vishuddhi chakra is caught up, then one can become mad. And such people could be there. But they come mad, they become alright, then become mad. Like that they go on, ultimately they end up as mad people. But in Sahaja Yoga, one can cure people who are mad, but they have to be treated in a way normally we do not take up any person who is a mad person in our group because it's very difficult to cure them and better them. But if they want to work it out on themselves, we say, all right, work it out this way, try if you can be all right. But there are many in-between phrases, like schizophrenic, you can call it, or some people who are imbalanced, who are nervous, all kinds of things are in between. So absolute mad, even if you forget, but there are so many others who look sane, but inside they have problems. All such people can be cured with Sahaja Yoga if they act according to what we tell them and the way it is to be worked out. Now in Sahaja Yoga, the practices are extremely simple.
Let us meditate for a few minutes and enjoy the vibrations of Shri Mataji's speech. Very soon we shall be performing the Aarti. So those who want to perform Aarti, please start preparing. We shall be starting the Aarti very soon.
सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी।
दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जग में संकट कारण कितने लिए अवतार, माँ कितने लिए अवतार। विश्व में तेरी महिमा, विश्व में तेरी महिमा। तू गंगा यमुना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जो भी शरण में आया, सुख ही मिला उसको, माँ सुख ही मिला उसको। बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ, बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ। लौट के ना जाना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। मानव में अवतर के कर दिया उजियारा, माँ कर दिया उजियारा। कलियुग में माया है, कलियुग में माया है। फिर भी पहचाना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। संत जनों की धरती है भारत माता, माँ है भारत माता। इस धरती पर आकर, इस धरती पर आकर दुख से दूर करना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जब दिल में आए तब मधु संगीत सुन लो, माँ मधु संगीत सुन लो। हो सकी जो सेवा, हो सकी जो सेवा हमसे करा देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना।
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। बोलो श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
Let us sit in silence for a few moments as the blessing of the hour. Jai Shri Mataji. Shri Mataji. Thank you very much for collecting all of us from all different corners of the world to collectively meditate at your lotus feet. Shri Mataji, thank you for all the blessings showered upon us. Thank you for your speech with the divine knowledge and all the information that you gave us regarding ourselves, the Kundalini, all the false gurus, and how Sahaja Yoga can help even people who have cancer and other incurable diseases. Shri Mataji, we thank you for looking after us, for blessing us, for your protection, for your kindness, for your love, for your compassion, and all the knowledge that we gain from your speeches and from collectively meeting all the Sahaja Yogis on regular basis. Shri Mataji, we all humbly request you to kindly put your attention on all the problems that are being faced in this entire world. On one side, we have problems of powerful people with powerful egos. And on the other side, we have the problems that a lot of countries are facing due to climate changes. Shri Mataji, we humbly request you, please put your attention and please be the savior for our world. Shri Mataji, we also request you to please enlighten all the new Sahaja Yogis, all the people who are seekers, who are lost, who are coming to Sahaja Yoga. Shri Mataji, please put your attention on them so that they can see the right path. They can have the knowledge, they can enjoy the meditation, and they can rise and enjoy the ascent to a world full of compassion and joy and love. Shri Mataji, finally, thank you very much for continuing with this wonderful weekly meditation program. And we wish that more and more people can join up and participate and enjoy this blissful collectiveness. Again and again, thank you, Shri Mataji. Thank you. Thank you. Let us collectively bow down to Shri Mataji and take the bandhan. Jai Shri Mataji. Over to you, Sister Mahesh.
Thank you, Brother Nigalji, for the very blissful meditation. Thank you, Shri Mataji, for sending your son to be your divine instrument tonight. And thank you again and again for everything, Shri Mataji. For you are the doer and the enjoyer. Yes, Brother Ji, you can now turn on your video and you can share your experience that you wanted to share with your family and your friend. Yeah.
Yes, there are many experiences, but today I would like to just talk about the family. And at least in many people in India, many Sahaja Yogis in India have this sort of concern that their children are not coming into Sahaja Yoga, they are not meditating. I just want to talk a bit about that through my own experience, I think we should let Shri Mataji do that work. It's not up to us to keep dragging our children into meditation, into centers. Just leave it to Shri Mataji. She will handle everything. Yes, what we can do is we can keep giving them bandhans, keeping our attention on them when we meditate. And all our good upbringing will always keep them on the right path. And the time will come when they will, seeing the parents as such good examples and seeing the miracles that happen, they will surely come into Sahaja Yoga. After saying that, I would just like to talk about my own experiences with my children. I used to be quite concerned, and I used to drag them. I would not say drag them. I would just, request them. And because they were such obedient children, they would come. But I knew their heart was not in it. So first I'll talk about my son. He did his electronics engineering degree, and he started working in a software company in Pune. And one day he calls me up and he says, I'm getting nowhere. I want to do my master's and I want to go abroad. So yes, we said, good, you can do that. And we got him into an institute in Ireland, and we paid some money and things were in line. And then suddenly he calls me up and he says, I don't like this. I want to go to the US. And, he gave me the name of Ivy League college. And I told him it's impossible to get there. It's really, and it's very, very expensive. And also the selection process is very tough. But he was not, he was adamant, and he said, okay, I'll do my bit, you do your bit. And then we left it at that. And then suddenly, one fine day, he picks up the phone and he tells me, Dad, keep the money ready. I have got my admission. And I was like, okay, I know who's done this for you. And yes, I don't know how we managed. We managed everything. We managed the money, and yeah, and he's gone there and he had done everything. And that's his story. And then on the other side, my daughter, she finished her master's in a college in Mumbai, and she said that she wants to do research. So she wanted to apply for a prestigious research institute in Hyderabad. Again, very, very difficult to get in. So I took her for the interview. It was in Pune. So we booked a hotel and we went to Pune. And in the first round, she came out and she told me, okay, Dad, cancel tomorrow's booking. We were there for 2 days because it was a 2-day program. So she said, Dad, forget it. I don't think I stand a chance. But I said, okay, doesn't matter. Let's see the first list that comes out. And but she was saying, no, don't waste time. We can take a bus and we reach Mumbai by night, and let's do something else. But anyway, I just kept my hopes, and then on the list, lo and behold, her name was there. So she went into the second round, which was unimaginably difficult. And again, they did not give us the results. She said, okay, Dad, let's go. I mean, it's fine. I don't think this is happening. And we sat in the bus and we headed home. And right enough, we got a call that she had been selected. Again, just leaving our children to Shri Mataji, she takes care of them, even though they don't meditate, even though they are not so sincere as we like them to be. But that's not the whole story. The story is when my daughter went to Hyderabad, around her research center, there were 3 centers for Sahaja Yoga meditation. She didn't know which one to go. And my son, when he went to Carnegie Mellon in the US, he had a Sahaja Yoga center inside that university itself. So this is how Shri Mataji takes care of our children, supports them, blesses them, and even looks after them when they are away from us. So there's just a small thing I would like to talk to parents, not to worry about their children. And one more small incident I would like to tell, if it's okay, Sister Mahesh.
Sure, brother.
It's about I was attending a public program in a suburb of Mumbai called Borivali, and I met a very close friend of mine, a Sahaja Yogi. His family stays in Borivali. So, and he wanted me to come and meet his parents because because he had talked about me to his parents. And so we all went up to his house and we sat there and we were having tea after the program. And then I started talking to his mother, and she told me an incident which I would like to just narrate. So in their family, she was the only lady who had not taken to Sahaja Yoga meditation. She respected Shri Mataji, but she was a devotee of Shri Sai Baba, a primordial guru also. And the rest of the family were all in Sahaja Yoga, and they would tell her, and she was saying, I'm good, I'm fine. And life went on like that. Till one day she was diagnosed with a disease, with some problem in her stomach. I don't want to get into the details of that. But the doctor said, let's try with medicine, but if medicine doesn't work, you have to go for surgery. Now, this lady said, anything but surgery over my dead body. Anything but surgery, I will not do. The medicine was not working, and the doctor kept telling her that she has to do the surgery. And at that point of time, she told the family, I am going to request Shri Mataji. I am going to request Shri Mataji to please help me, because I just don't want this surgery. And then when she went for her trial, the next test, it was better. And finally, the doctor said that she can just do with medicine and she may just not need.
Can't hear you, brother.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Better.
Yeah, so she started, she took her self-realization and started meditating and came into Sahaja Yoga. But the story doesn't end here. What I was saying is that those days, Shri Mataji used to come to Mumbai, and a lot of Sahaja Yogis used to be there at the airport to welcome her and to, take the blessings and the vibrations from her. So this lady had never seen Shri Mataji before, and she really wanted to go. So she went to the airport, and she was standing in the line with all the other Sahaja Yogis with some flowers in her hand. And Shri Mataji came out and walked past her and stopped near her and asked her, how are you feeling now, my child? And when she told me that, I got the goosebumps. So Shri Mataji looks after us in all forms, at all times. I just wanted to relate this lovely incident, which I heard from the lady herself.
Awesome.
Yes, sister.
Yeah, awesome. You want to proceed?
I would just like to say that I've been in Sahaja Yoga for many years. And in the beginning, when I was in Sahaja Yoga, when I used to go to the center, I used to just go there, and I had never recognized Shri Mataji and her powers. And this happened for a few years. But I used to still go there, because every time I went there, I would feel so energized. I would love the bhajans. And I would come back home and I was fine for the whole week. I did meditation once in a while at home as well, but this kept on for some time till I met a senior Sahaja Yogi who actually asked me, he says, what are you doing here? Do you know anything about Shri Mataji? And he explained me. And he taught me the powers which Shri Mataji had and she has given us. And when I talked to that person, I started realizing about Shri Mataji, and I wasted so many years. In those days, Shri Mataji was alive, and I could have gone and, be more closer to her. But nowadays, with the meditation sessions that we have, with the programs that we have, like you are running, Sahaja Yoga information is so much available to everybody. I think all of us are so blessed that we immediately come to know everything about Shri Mataji through her talks and through meeting people. And I just want to say that it's really very, very good now that we are having programs like this. So I would just end by saying thank you, sister, for this wonderful weekly Tuesday global meditation, which is catching on all over. Everybody's talking about it. And as a true instrument of Shri Mataji, I would really like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for this. I think more than 1.5 years I have enjoyed meditating every Tuesday with you. Thank you.
It's 2.5 years now, brother.
Thank you.
So fast, it's 2.5 years now. And we thank Shri Mataji for this
Yes.
great opportunity that she has opened up for all of us to meditate collectively. And I think all of us are enjoying each other's company. And like what Shri Mataji always says, we are part and parcel of the whole. And, we feel energized and rejuvenated and look forward for the, coming weeks. And Shri Mataji just arranges everything for us. And we thank you, brother, and we wish you all the best for your journey to US.
Thank you.
Yes, and we wish everyone blessed Sri Adi Shakti Puja. It's just around the corner. We wish everybody will ascend together and pray that more seekers will come and get their self-realization and become Sahaja Yogis and join us as part of our big family, global family. With that note, we thank you on behalf of the team with Bhaskar ji and also Ali ji. We thank all of you for joining us today and looking forward to seeing all of you next week, Tuesday. Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji. Thank you to your team as well for the wonderful coordination.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you. Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji.